Hey guys, today we're gonna make some chicken and dumplings. This is a long process, but the video shouldn't be that long. I'm gonna cut out a lot of the cooking time, so you'll just see the steps. So to start, we've got 4 chicken thighs here, bone in, skin on. I've got them skin side down. They are partially frozen. I'm gonna turn my stove on just low. And I'm going to let those cook skin side down until we get a fond on the bottom of our pan, until we get a lot of color, some of that fat is rendered out, and we'll come back when that, in a little bit when I feel like I need to show you something. It's been about 12 minutes. I had put a lid on and put it on about medium, so we're going to go ahead and take the lid off and take a look. We're gonna let it go for a little bit longer. We'll come back. Alright y'all, this has been cooking for about 28 minutes, almost 30 minutes. You can see the bottom of the pan has a lot of color. That means there's gonna be a lot of flavor in our chicken and dumplings. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add water to just cover the chicken. Maybe just a little bit above, not too much. And we're going to let that simmer until the chicken starts to fall off the bone. Okay, so I've got 4 cups of water here. We're going to add I'm going to do 2 more cups. So altogether we got 6 cups of water. 6 cups of water with our 4 chicken thighs, and we're gonna let that simmer for probably about an hour until that meat starts to fall off, and then we'll remove the bones and the skin, and we're just gonna leave the meat, and then we'll add carrots, celery, onions, better than bouillon, all our seasoning, all that kind of stuff. So it's been about an hour and 40 minutes, and this is what we've got. That chicken is ready to be pulled off the bone. So I'm gonna strain this, obviously reserving all the liquid. I just want to get any bits of skin out, that sort of thing. I will return all of the meat back to the broth, and then we will put it back on the stove, and I will come back once we've done that step. Alright, so I thought I would show you guys how to do this part. This is where I'm going to separate the bones and the skin from my chicken. I have freshly washed hands. This is my family's, well actually it's, my family's not going to eat this, but this is going to be for my lunches at work, so I'm not scared to touch it with my hands. So skin and bones are going to go over here, meat's going to go over here. This is still really hot. I'm going to get a fork, a couple of forks. Okay, so I have some forks because this chicken's still really hot. So it comes off the bone really easily. That's what you want. Just gonna get rid of any bits of skin or fat. really easy. If you've cooked your chicken properly. Okay, now I'm gonna get this area cleaned up. We're gonna return our chicken to our broth, and I'm going to cut up some carrots. I'm going to cut up some carrots, celery, and onions, and we're gonna add that to our broth as well as some seasonings. Okay, so here we have our chicken is in our broth. We have about a half a cup each of celery and carrots that we're going to add. And then we have this diced onion that we're going to add. It's about one medium, half a large onion. Then we're going to add in our seasonings, which is onion powder, garlic powder, poultry seasoning, and salt-free chicken seasoning. That's the amount of onion powder. Or I'm sorry, that's our garlic powder. We're going to put about that same amount of onion powder, which is probably about 2 teaspoons, a tablespoon each. Those. Our poultry seasoning. We're going to add a good tablespoon of that as well. Poultry seasoning, salt-free chicken seasoning, probably about 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to add some more water. We're going to add 2 more cups of water. And then we're going to go in and we're going to get some better than bouillon. Again, I'm not measuring. But I want my broth to have flavor, so. And if you guys see me going in multiple times, trust that I'm using a clean spoon every time. I do not dip into my jar with a dirty spoon. And I think we're going to need a little more. Gonna go in again. and we're gonna leave that at that for now. I'm gonna add some pepper to this. We're gonna bring this back up to a boil and we're gonna let it cook for a while. I want all those veggies to soften before we add in our dumplings. And I also want to make sure that there's enough liquid, because right now, if I wanted a lot of dumplings, there's not a lot of liquid really, I feel like. So we might need to add another cup of liquid. But we'll see when we get there. Okay, now we're gonna make our dumplings. So we have 2 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of garlic powder, onion powder, and poultry seasoning. I also have 4 tablespoons of butter melted, and then enough milk to make a cup total. So we're gonna add this in. And you don't want to overwork it. And that looks good to me, so I'm just gonna take this on over and we're gonna drop this into our chicken mixture. So we're gonna go do that. Okay, so alright, now we're gonna drop our dumplings in. I've only done this like one other time, so I don't really... We're just gonna learn. I feel like this needs to be more wet. I feel like I need to add a little bit of milk to this. There, that'll definitely be enough. Yeah, I feel like that's how I had them the last time I made them. I thought they were pretty tasty last time, so just kind of with a sticky dough. Again, my hands are clean. Just gonna go in and drop them in. I'm just doing about that big. That's what they look like. Just sticky balls of dough. Some people like roll them out and do a different kind of dumpling. I don't know anything about that. I'm just plopping them in there. I'm not And I'm not stirring them. There. They're all in there. Now we're gonna cover them and we're gonna let them cook. Alright guys, it's been 20 minutes. And these look good. I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off, and once it's cool enough, I'm gonna put it in to-go containers, and it's gonna be my lunch this week. I'm gonna have it with mashed potatoes, and it will be delicious. Thanks. Bye.